In the previous video, we discussed the first two properties of solids. Now we are going to discuss the remaining properties. First up, we have tensile strength. Tensile strength of a solid is a measure of its resistance to being pulled apart. It is also a measure of the cohesive forces between adjacent molecules. Tensile strength is the maximum amount of tensile stress that an object can take before failing or breaking. To find the tensile strength of an object, a machine pulls on either end until it breaks. Tensile strength is also called breaking strength, and it is measured in pascals or newtons per square meter. Next, the hardness of a solid is a measure of the internal resistance of its molecules to being forced further apart or closer together. Hardness is also a measure of resistance to pressure. To find the hardness of an object, you can use a machine or perform a scratch test. In this image, we see the hardness of different minerals. The lower the number, the softer the material is. Notice the diamonds are the hardest mineral. This is why you might have seen some saw blades with diamonds in them. They are used to cut extremely hard materials. The fifth property of solids is ductility. Ductility is a property of a metal specifically that enables it to be drawn through a die to produce a wire. Ductility is when a solid material stretches under tensile stress. If the metal is ductile, it may be stretched into a wire. This, of course, is dependent on the temperature and pressure of the metal. In this picture, we see the undrawn wire on the right side with the draw plate or die in the middle. The left side shows the wire that has been drawn through the draw plate. You can see it is thinner than the undrawn wire. The sixth property of solids is malleability. Malleability is the property of a metal that enables it to be hammered or rolled into a sheet. Malleability is similar to ductility in that it is the ability to deform under pressure or compressive stress. In a metal that is malleable, the cohesive forces, or forces between like molecules, are still so strong so the shape remains stable. In this picture, we see that the metal sheet is being forced between a pair of rollers and is much thinner after the rollers roll the metal into a sheet. An example of some metals that are malleable are gold, iron, aluminum, copper, silver, and lead. However, this property is not seen in nonmetals. In the next video, we will look at one last property of solids.